All right, so here is another great book from the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library that we got. I swear, not all books we got from there. Well, I promise you, we have plenty of other children's books too, not just from them, but plenty of great ones are from there. Play with Me, a Caldecott Honor Book by Mary, or maybe Marie Hall Ets. So look. Who do you think is saying play with me? Is it the froggy or the little girl? I think it's the little girl. Maybe it's the sun. Let's see. Oh, you can hear the kitty cat playing with some toys. I'm sorry. So one of the things that's great about that Imagination Library is they send a free book every month for your child if you're near a participating library. Guess we're just going to have a kitty cat playing in the background. Play with Me, story and pictures by Mary or Marie Hall Ets, Puffin Books. And look at the flowers. You can tell they really enjoyed them. Those look like Queen's Anne lace to me, or maybe thistles. I'm not familiar with what the other ones are. 2MM. The sun was up, and there was dew on the grass, and I went to the meadow to play. Do, 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 do. And the sun watching down over. I like how everything's kind of plain. But look. A little color. Do, do. A grasshopper sat on the leaf of a weed. He was eating it up for his breakfast. Ding. Grasshopper, I said, will you play with me? Bing! And I tried to catch him, but he leaped away. That sounds like a no. A frog stopped jumping and sat down by the pond. I think he was waiting to catch a mosquito. Whoop, look over here. Mosquito. Bzz, bzz. I think you can see this is a frog just like looking over at her like, I'm not so sure about that. Frog, I said, will you play with me? And I tried to catch him, but he leaped away too. I love that you can tell that's like a little cutout they moved. I think it's really interesting and kind of fun when you can see how they did it. This was how they worked on the art. You can see the sun is moving just ever so slightly. So time is passing. Now, you have to remember that critters, animals, bugs, things that are smaller than you, you are huge, massive, and scary. So that's why they run away. It's not that they don't like you. I mean, not to say that they do like you, but they're not running because of you necessarily. They're running because they're scared. You're just so big. Look, the bow on her head is the same size as the frog. And that look at the grasshopper, it's so tiny. It's like the size of her nose. Or maybe even her thumbs. Very tiny. Alrighty. Like her face here, like, I see you. A turtle was sitting on the end of a log. He was just sitting still, getting warm in the sun. You see, turtles are cold-blooded, so they get their warmth from around them. So the sun warms them up and makes them feel nice and good and energized. Turtle, I said, will you play with me? But before I could touch him, he plopped into the water. Again, Turtle is bigger, but Turtle is like the size of her head compared to the rest of her body. She's 4 times as big as him. 4 turtles could make one her. Would you be scared of a giant stack of turtles? I think I would be. Think of that. Turtle, 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 turtle. All the Ninja Turtles, right? All right. And the sun is just watching on. Ooh, what do you see? Is it a chipmunk? It's so cute. I love the detail in the animals. It's a really great contrast to kind of the minimalistic plants and sun. A chipmunk was sitting beneath the oak tree, shelling an acorn with his sharp little teeth. Chipmunk, I said, will you play with me? But when I ran near him, he ran up the tree. Look at her, he's like, I'm watching you. But again, she's so much bigger than him. He's not sure if she'd be safe, especially since she went do and ran right up to him. A blue jay came and sat down on a bough, or bough? Probably bow, because it says do. On a bow, do, bow, do. So this is like bough, so it's like a branch is what it means. It's just a fancy way to say branch. It's just like in rock-a-bye baby on a treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. If the bough will break, down will come baby, cradle and all. Yeah, I said it wrong, but the bough's in there, so it's a branch. And jabbered and scolded the way blue jays do. Blue jays do get pretty aggressive. Blue jay, I said, will you play with me? She wants to play with the angry bird. And the bird goes, woo! But when I held up my hands, he flew away because he saw danger. Sorry, this is chapstick. It also has a little paw. Okay. All right, but yes, again, Blue Jay said, as fearsome as Blue Jay was, Blue Jay knows that she's big and kind of scary. A rabbit was sitting behind the oak tree. He was wiggling his nose and nibbling a flower. Oh my. Rabbit, I said, will you play with me? And I tried to catch him, but he ran to the woods. Whoa, get me out of here. Because look, she's so much bigger than him. I love the rabbit. Look at his little cottontail. All right. A snake came sneaking through the grass, zigzagging and sliding the way snakes do. Snake, I said, will you play with me? Sorry. But even the snake ran away down his hole. Again, look how small the snake is. He doesn't even fill her socks. Now, generally speaking, you do want to leave snakes alone because they can bite if they get cornered and scared. If you scare a snake, or any other wild animal for that matter, they can bite you. You never know what a wild animal will do. Now, notice the reflection. Did we see her reflection earlier? just a little bit with the blue jay. We can see her reflection. Let's see here. But see the sun shining. Let's see here. Can we see a reflection in any of these other pictures? Nope. Nope. Well, we see there's a reflection of the sun. Here's the reflection of the sun again. Yep, that's the only. So now, for the first time, we can see her reflection. Do you think maybe she might ask her reflection? Well, let's see. That's an idea, but we'll think about it. You have to be careful with water. You should never go near water without a buddy. None of them would play with me. So I picked a milkweed and blew off its seeds. Then I went to the pond and sat down on a rock and watched a bug making trails on the water. Bugs and animals are very busy. Ooh, look as she sat quietly. She's sitting quietly. As I sat there without making a sound, Grasshopper came back and sat down beside me. He's on his leaf. Then Frog came back and sat down in the grass. The slow-poke turtle crawled back to his log. Ooh, are all the animals coming out now that she's not running around scaring everybody? And Chipmunk came and watched me and chattered. And Blue Jay came back to his bow overhead. And Rabbit came back and hopped around me, looking for flowers. And Snake came out of his hole. And who else is there? Looks like there's a fawn. There's even more friends. Oh, I'm sorry. And as I sat still there without making a sound, so they wouldn't get scared and run away, out from the bushes where he had been hiding came a baby fawn, and looked at me. Look, all the animals are out and looking at her because she sat down and she stays still. She's not so scary anymore to them. I held my breath and he came nearer. He came so near I could have touched him. But I didn't move and I didn't speak. And Fawn came up and licked my cheek. Oh my. I think you can see pretty much all the animals reflected. Now I was happy as happy could be, for all of them were playing with me. See? If you sit down and you wait, you're much more likely to see them and get them. Now, to be fair, not all of the animals will be drawn to you by simply you there, but if you stop running around and being loud, if you sit down and you're quiet, animals in nature will come out all around and you'll see them. Yay! See, there's the little kiddo playing outside. Play with me. So this is part of the reason why your mom and other trusted adults, your trusted adults might say, shh, why don't you settle down and relax when you are seeing those animals you want to play with so much. When you're seeing a friend's cat or dog or something else. You're very big, and when you're loud and fast, you're scary. But if you sit down, be quiet. If they wanted you to play, they'll come and check you out. Well, that was the story. Thank you so much for listening, and you have a great day.